you guys. I am so thrilled to have you here for my 2024 goals video. This is something that is so close to my heart. It feels so personal to be getting on here and sharing all of my hopes and dreams with you guys and all my goals and how I plan to achieve them. But I am so passionate about goal setting. It is something that I have done ever since I was a teenager. I would probably say like every single year I set my goals, I set the vision, and I'm so passionate about it. So I feel like this is me really sharing a very vulnerable piece of myself with you guys today, which I'm excited to do. I feel nervous to do it, but good things are outside of your comfort zone. I really strive to be a place for you guys that is a positive space, a space where you can come and feel inspired and motivated. Hopefully that's what you feel when you watch my videos. I do get a lot of comments from you guys saying thank you for today's motivation, and that is my goal. I just want that space for you guys. So I feel like I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't share all my goals. So we have a lot to talk through today. Grab your snack, grab your favorite drink, and let's have some fun. Another goal that I have for myself this year is to keep my home and spaces decluttered, and Blue Land makes that totally achievable. I used to waste so much money on different cleaning products that weren't good for our home, our planet, or quite honestly, my closet space. Here's how it works. It's so simple. All you do is buy the bottle once and refill it forever. With Blue Land, I'm able to live a cleaner lifestyle by reducing my plastic usage, and their products are effective and affordable. I have been enjoying so many of their products. I have their multi-surface cleaner, bathroom cleaner, glass and mirror cleaner, foaming hand soap, and their dishwasher tablets. A huge advantage to their products is how little room they take up in your storage space, but still make a huge impact on your cleaning routine. All Blue Land products are free from a long list of harmful ingredients. They're hypoallergenic and sourced from vegan and non-GMO ingredients. I love that you can get even more savings by buying refills in bulk or setting up a subscription. You can even customize your subscription so that you never run out of your most used products. I feel like I just want to give their company a great big hug because of what they stand for, what they're doing for our planet, and of course, how much I just adore their products. Blue Land is offering my followers an exclusive discount. All you have to do is click my link below to get 15% off your first kit. Thank you so much to Blue Land for sponsoring this portion of today's video. So first and foremost, when it comes to setting your goals, I think the most important thing that you can do for yourself is to make a vision board. So this is my vision board this year. I have a lot going on. Believe it or not, this is actually one of the smaller vision boards that I have made in my years of making vision boards. I make a vision board every single year. Sometimes I make a couple a year because I do think that goals are something that you're constantly going to be working towards throughout the year, but sometimes maybe you have to shift and adjust because guess what? Life is not always what we plan it out to be. So while we have these amazing vision boards, there are so many unforeseen circumstances that can truly change your vision, but this is what I am going for this year. So I have a lot happening here, and I will say that my number one goal this year is to be more of myself. And that feels like, well, it feels maybe obvious, but as I've gotten older and just experiences that I've had, I feel like it's really easy to start to veer off of the path of maybe who you feel like you truly are on the inside and who is your most truest self. And for some people, this actually might be a question that you're not even sure about, like maybe who you truly are. And there have definitely been times in my life where I feel like I am in flow with that and I know who I am and I'm making choices that feel true to me. And there are some times where I feel like I'm out of sync with that. And I think that's just normal because life will throw you different things. But this year, my number one goal is to just be more of myself, make decisions that feel true to me, make decisions that feel true to my lifestyle. And what I mean by that is maybe it's, journaling every night to stay on track with who I am. And maybe it means I'm taking a day every week to myself or doing more personal care type things to stay in check with myself and stay on track with the things that I'm trying to achieve. Knowing who you are is really going to help you know what you want to ask for in your life. So that definitely goes with making a vision board. What I did when I made my vision board is I actually made a bunch of different categories that I wanted to focus on. I do like to put things on here that are aesthetically pleasing to me, that I feel inspired by. So not everything is necessarily a goal, but it's things that when I look at this, I feel happy. I feel my happy hormone coming out to say, okay, we have a vision. We know where we're going. You know who's on here? Miss Khloe Kardashian, because she's Khloe Kardashian. I have a lot on here that I will walk through with you guys, but I think making a vision board is so important. Even if you make a vision board for fun, and maybe it's not even necessarily like you have all these specific goals, maybe you just have a collage of pictures that feel inspiring to you. I think that is wonderful because when you look at it, you can feel like you're in a happy space. I do believe in manifesting, and that's definitely a great way to do it. One thing that we did this year that was so cool is my mom found all of these vision board books on Amazon. We have never seen anything like this. Typically, my process has been to go on Pinterest, find a bunch of images that I like, print them out, put them together. This is so incredible because all of these books, let me just open one here for you guys so you can kind of see all of these books are filled with different pictures that you can just cut from. And so what we did with ours is we cut them and then we laminated them. You don't have to laminate them, of course, but they're just full of, like, we've been cutting out of it, obviously, all these different things. And the photos were so good. Now, some of them are gonna have like different aesthetics, you know, just depending on what you are looking for. This one is kind of a little bit different, and you can tell that the aesthetic is different. So I will leave all of these that I can linked below for you guys. This made making a vision board so much easier. And then my mom actually ordered, she just ordered the boards for all of us girls right off Amazon as well. So I will link the boards for you as well because this was really perfect. And we have tons of cute little pins that my mom is so fun. She loves, like, you know, I don't want to say scrapbooking, but like all this kind of stuff. She loves it. So we all have a total blast doing it. And if you have a friend that you can do it with, that makes it just like even better, you know. Number 2 on my list of things I want to achieve this year is getting my weight under control and being at a healthier weight for my body. So I will share with you guys, back in like 2018, 2019, I had gained a bunch of weight, and then I lost about 50 pounds. And I have gained quite a bit of it back. Not all of it back, but I've gained a good chunk of it back. And it's just been over the past 3 years that I have gained that weight. And you know, it's just been different because in the past, I used to be pretty hard on myself for like, if I gained weight and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, you know, not in a very good mental health space with my weight. And I will say that even though I have gained weight, I am so happy and I'm so fulfilled in so many areas of my life that me having gained the weight, I'm just like, you know what I've been doing? I have been living. I have just been living, and I have been growing in so many other areas of my life that I feel like gaining the weight was almost obvious, because as long as we are seeing incremental progress in what we are doing, that is what to me is so important. So I have seen so much growth in so many other areas of my life. I have pushed myself outside of so many comfort zones. If I'm gonna have an honest conversation with myself, have I had the space in my life to really dedicate time to working out and being healthy, making sure every meal I eat is super healthy? No, I have not had the space in my life to do that. And I do think that when you are working on your weight, that is something that you have to have space in your life to be able to focus on that, because it does take a lot of focus and a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of emotional work, and a lot of discipline and like effort. It takes a lot of effort to do that. And when you're giving 110% effort to so many other areas in your life, it's really hard to, you know, divide that up. The way I feel like my year is gonna go, I have the space to work on that. And I know I've shared with you guys my wanting to lose weight on my channel before. And then we got into some very, very, very deep home renovation projects that really took me away from that. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Not having the space in your life to be able to focus on a goal. So the one thing that I have been focusing on the most over the past couple weeks is actually just making meals at home again and like settling myself into that groove. I knew that that was like the number one step that I needed to make in order to put myself back on a healthier journey. And that's what I've been focusing on. And it has been so wonderful. And like I said, I've been able to put focus and energy towards that and making space for that in my life. And it's been going really well so far. So I have, I feel like you can tackle like one thing at a time when it comes to your health, and you kind of know your body and what is gonna work best for you. And so you just have to tackle it in that way. So if that's one of your goals this year is to shed a few pounds, I hope this is a little bit of, motivation for you just to kind of hear my journey and kind of what it's been. It's always never too late to not be hard on yourself, just give yourself grace. It's going to be okay. You can always get back on track tomorrow and keep going. You want to come up here? Come up. Yeah. Come up and say hi to everybody. He's like, what are you doing? He can tell that I am so outside of my comfort zone. Huh? Are you nervous for me? It's okay. I just need a truffle hug and then I'm gonna be all right. Yeah. I wanted to share an easier type goal that I have for myself this year. And I definitely have it on my vision board here. And I have in the lower corner here, I have a couple cameras and I have a reminder to take pictures. I am really good at doing video. I'm really good at taking videos, but not taking a lot of pictures. It's actually kind of pathetic how few pictures Mark and I have together, mainly because he doesn't like taking pictures and he never takes pictures. And when I do go to take a picture with him, half the time he makes a funny face and tries to ruin the picture. So we don't get a lot of photos together, but this year is definitely a goal of mine to start taking pictures just with him, with my family, of, just different things. I really want to take more photos. It's really fun because when I was probably like 13, 14, maybe even 12, I was really into photography. It was so much fun because my dad and I used to go out on jeeping trails and jeeping trips and everything, and I would take pictures of his Jeep and take pictures of the scenery and the trails that we were on. And I was so into photography when I was younger. And I remember taking a photography class in high school and just loving it so much. And so it's been really fun ever since I started YouTube to really get back into, cameras and learning about cameras and learning about editing. I definitely feel like I have a lot more growth I need to do in the taking pictures, editing space, videography. I have a lot of growth I want to do in that area, but I can see how much growth I've had, which is cool. And I think it's great that if you have a really big goal that you want to set for yourself, just start with what you have, start where you are, and don't overcomplicate it. I will tell you, I look back at my early videos on YouTube and all I can think is, I'm glad my quality has stepped up. We've definitely come a long way, but I'm so glad that I started with where I was at the time and made the leap to start doing YouTube. So I just want to share with you guys that if you have a big goal, don't overcomplicate it. Just start with where you are and you will make progress as you go. So you guys may have noticed on my vision board that I have be kind on here, and truly, I just love that phrase because it's such a gentle reminder to be kind. I'm sure that we could all be a little kinder at times. And I don't want to say that I want to be kinder and then you guys are going to think I'm so mean, because I'm definitely not a mean person. I don't consider myself mean-spirited by any means, but I definitely sometimes look back on a situation and think, Kylie, you probably could have been a little bit kinder. So that's definitely an area of growth I would like to see from myself. I will say at times I'm a tad spicy. Your girl, she is a tad spicy. I'm actually sure that's no surprise to you guys because I can be a little bit feisty and spicy sometimes. And that's every now and then does get the best of me. So definitely an area I'd like to work on. I also would like to work on being a little bit more outgoing in social settings. I definitely can be a little bit of an introvert when it comes to social settings, and I would love to be able to conversate with people in a really meaningful way and have a really good understanding of when you're talking with somebody, especially someone that maybe you don't know, being able to ask them really intriguing questions and feel like you're actually getting to know them. And it's not just small talk, and have them feel like they're getting to know you as well. Like I want to feel like people could talk to me in a very, safe space and feel like, oh wow, she's a kind person. That's definitely the aura that I want to present myself with. So that's absolutely on my vision board this year. Just a gentle reminder to, be kind. So I brought Mark in for this next goal because the next topic is finances.
The F word.
The F word.
So many couples have a hard time with it.
Right.
It's one of the biggest sore in a lot of relationships.
A lot of relationships. Definitely, I'm happy it's not our sore to deal with. We've definitely gone through hard times. We've definitely gone through good times. And
well, luckily we have a partnership that makes the hard times look easy and the easy times look even better.
That's right.
Great.
It's definitely good. So what do you think is our goal this year when it comes to finances?
Pretty simple. Save even more.
Okay.
Continue to
I was going to say
progress.
spend all of it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm totally joking. We pride ourselves on being very good savers and actually being very responsible with our money. I do get questions from you guys every now and then asking, where do you get this money from? It seems like you spend so much. Well, first of all, I want to tell you guys that often when I am doing YouTube videos, I'm doing makeovers and that requires money to be spent. So, so just know that we save for projects, we save for big purchase items, we save for a washer and dryer. We do all these things, set ourselves up in a...
Did we really save for the washer dryer though?
Well, it was in the emergency fund. And suddenly the dryer broke. So that is deemed an emergency, okay? So anyway, that's if you guys caught our last vlog. When we first got married, we had to read a book. Mark's parents told us to read this book, and it was called The Richest Man in Babylon.
If you haven't read it, you should definitely read it.
It is
It's a very dry book. All the solid foundations of good financial bookkeeping on yourself and your life and everything of that nature. It's the go-to book for financing.
Yeah, it's funny because it's been this topic of conversation throughout our entire marriage. We'll say, well, the richest man in Babylon. It's been this constant thing that has really helped us.
We'll tell other people, and it's such an old book.
It's so old, you guys. I'm telling you, if you go read this book, you're going to be like,
why? But it's so good. It has great principles.
Please, if you have read this book, leave a comment now, please. Please. Anyway, so great foundational book on kind of how we've definitely managed our finances over the years. But I will say too that when Mark and I first got married, we were teenagers. I was a teenager. You were 19, very early 20s, and we definitely were not making very much money at all.
We were barely making $2,000 a month put together.
And we were going to school and doing the absolute best that we could at that time, but we weren't making a lot of money. But we were doing it, and we were having fun, and we were still doing the best that we could at that time. Part of the book, it says, pay yourself 10% each month, pay yourself first. And that's what goes in savings. And so that is kind of a principle that we have lived with our whole entire marriage. And we just try to pay ourselves first, save it, and try to be a little saver. So
our frugal. Bring back that word.
That's why we DIY. So anyway.
Why are they doing DIY?
Why?
They must be so rich. No, it's because we're frugal. Okay.
Anyway, so our goal this year is to continue doing that. One goal that I always try to keep that is definitely hard when you are self-employed is to manage your finances every single week. It is hard to kind of set that time apart and do it every single week. Yeah. We were talking this last week about doing Sunday reset every single week. And that's a reset of the house, a reset of laundry, a reset of groceries, a reset on life. We were talking about we need to make that a goal to strive to do that every single week because it sets you up for success for the week. So part of that is
kind of like the bookkeeping, housekeeping, everything. All in one Sunday bonanza.
Yes. And it's a long list. It's a very long list of things to do, but you know what? Whatever works best for you.
It's easy to do bookkeeping in between folding clothes. It's great.
I love your principles. That's good. That's really good. Anyway, so our 2 cents on finances. So last but not least, I wanted to share with you guys is how the heck am I going to achieve all of those pictures that are on my vision board and all the goals that I have for myself this year? Because it definitely can feel overwhelming when you set yourself up with so many goals and you like to be an overachiever. But I will tell you guys that my plan this year is to stick to a schedule. So I find that I am most productive and I do the best when I have my day laid out by the hour, and I time block each day and I make a to-do list of all the things I need to get done for that day and I stick to that schedule. I feel like I am the happiest and the most productive, and I feel the most successful. My mom and I absolutely love sitting down and planning out our weeks, planning out our months, planning out our years, doing all this planning. We have tried so many different apps to try to get us off of having a paper planner and having a digital planner instead, but we just never found one that worked. So finally, we found this app called Ajournal, and we have been fully converted to digital. It has been so wonderful. My mom and I both got iPads and we use the app on our iPads. I will say that it works best on like an iPad. You can organize by day, by month, by year, by project, by like so many things. They have a ton of different papers that you can pick from, different colors, like you name it, everything is in there. So her and I have fully committed and have been super successful at keeping track of our days and putting everything in this app ever since we started using it. It was like finally we found the golden ticket that has taken us off of having a actual handwritten planner. Nothing against a handwritten planner, because I love just marking things off, and that's what I love about this, is that I can just like take my pencil and mark it off. Anyway, that is my plan this year, is to definitely keep everything in my calendar, keep to a schedule, keep myself disciplined. I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I hope that you guys feel motivated, excited. I hope that you feel inspired to make a vision board for yourself, set some goals. Let's have a really wonderful year. I'm so excited for what this year is to come. As always, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!